Taking a picture or video?
No, video, keep it. Maybe it will help. يلا بينا.
Oh, welcome to Iceland.
Sup, shabab?
Yeah.
Hello.
Keflavik International Airport.
After driving 40 minutes for a quick and expensive breakfast, we started to head for a Game of Thrones landmark.
Look at this fucking shit.
Wow.
Wow. This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're probably thinking this is a regular village, and you're right. And finally, after 2.5 hours of driving, we get to see a big ice cream twirl. Here, there was not much fun in form of entertainment, so we decided to walk on ice. This is us smiling after many hours of not sleeping. Super pure water. You can almost see how it tastes. After a team vote of 2-1, we decided to take the dangerous yet scenic route back to Reykjavik.
On the lenses. As you have them, I will show you the best part, the highlight of the video.
Why do we spit?
So the mask doesn't
We're
so you
playing
can
in
start.
Iceland. Yeah. About to go to the water.
Make a lot, yeah? Now with one finger just spread it.
Here.
Just take the masks and spit inside. Take lenses, don't dry them. They have to be nice. Yeah, just with one finger spread everywhere. But spit more.
About to get into the purest water in the world. The instructors taught us how to communicate with the gear on using a combination of noises and gestures. Fu had to stay back due to technical issues. As much as we wanted to be team players and join him, we decided that Fu wasn't worth $130 per person. Here are some fun facts. We are swimming in no man's land, where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates meet. This is where the first parliament in the world was created.
Good job. Let's go. We can start walking back. Huh? Huh? Lips are big. Lips are big, yeah. We're gonna be big.
Swimming in freezing cold water doubles your lip size, which is a good alternative to Botox.
The blood is starting to flow through them again. I don't know.
Huh?
Oh. Stop recording. Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, swollen lips.
We smiled because we had no idea what was ahead of us.
I guess we go this way or up straight. نعم أنا أين أبرد نهار تروح في هايكينج.
لا ما الحقيقة هايكينج برد احنا مش هتفيد
احترم حالك أنا احترم حالك.
literally.
A mud pot boiled by the magma underneath. Most of the terrain was icy and the wind was pretty strong. We still had about 2 kilometers of hiking ahead of us. We were each wearing 2 to 3 layers of clothing.
Take a minute to break. Take a minute. ترفع حالك شوي.
Booney with an effort to make us smile. Me and Fu prepped for what was to come.
Do we have a choice غير إنه نرجع؟
Sliding, even for a little, meant that we didn't have to use our feet. And it looks more fun than it actually was.
This is fucking awesome. لك ما أحلاها بس like the. This is nicer actually. Look behind you. شوف الإفكت تبع الشمس على الثلج. Beautiful. No one gives a fuck.
Fu was obviously the romantic poet, but there were no girls around, so no one gave a shit.
ما حنرجع هاي حياتنا. Bro that German fucker جايب غيارات معه. Let's just walk it. Let's just walk it.
Death was just a slip away. The fresh smell of boiled eggs.
We're gonna cross on top of it. بس الكورنت قوي يا زلمة مين نزل. We made it.
After around 2 hours of hiking, we finally made it to our awesome destination. Look at this guy. He is standing in 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Taking off our clothes was the easy part. We could not have been more unprepared.
We're in the water.
We're in the middle of
What's it called? Reketu?
Rikid Allure.
Reket Allure.
That loop.
It's like a 3-mile hike.
Double LSD.
Reket Allure. LT.
Get that tour. This is awesome. This is amazing.
Huh?
Who's doing it?
Last corner.
Look at this.
So
Yeah.
video?
Video, yeah. Oh, this is, my head is cold anyway, so I might as well dip it.
Look at the better.
It freezes anyway.
Don't dip it. You get more water to freeze.
Well, it's already frozen.
Ah, it's already frozen كله?
طلع this براسك.
But it can be more. It's still a little bit dry. ما تعمل.
Look at this view.
Oh my god. Wow. Mission critical stuff.
Wet. Full stripping.
Yeah. And if you go up higher, it gets warmer, you know that.
Yeah, I know. We can try to go higher. Woo! Jump on in, jump.
Get in.
Yeah, now you feel like a human. Nice, welcome.
Welcome to the addiction.
Welcome. Now I don't know how we're gonna get out anymore.
We just one of us. I told you the first one's gonna struggle. Be louder, Honike.
Doesn't matter.
Jump out. This is the worst idea of my life.
I know. We're here already, so it doesn't matter.
Wait, you're not.
Let's take
We do not have any footage of our hike back. In summary, we almost froze, saved a woman with her 4-year-old kid, and almost fell into the valley. After getting back to the car a few hours later, we set out to Geyser.
Or while we're here. It doesn't come out all the time. Look at this wild beast.
Geyser was gorgeous. Our iPhone batteries were at around 60%, but our bodies were at around 22%.
I don't know.
This was the main attraction here. It erupted once every 5 minutes. We threw in a Viagra pill to see whether it would erupt. After this bromantic moment, we went back to Reykjavik and got ready for the New Year's fireworks. The fireworks were set off near the cathedral, which was 2 blocks near where we were staying. The fireworks went on for approximately 1 hour, after which we went downtown to party with some people. We slept after that, and somehow still woke up the next day. We spent New Year's Day walking in downtown Reykjavik, getting souvenirs and eating delicious Icelandic fish. We had to throw away some dried whale from the night before because it was stinking the apartment. On this day, we intended to drive 2.5 hours to see the famous Dirolay Lighthouse, the Black Sand Beach, Vik Village, and some waterfalls. And then drive another 2.5 hours to look at the beautiful glaciers. Some things went according to plan. Weather in Iceland is very unpredictable and can change in minutes. Our first destination, the Dirolay Lighthouse. Inside the car, we had no idea how strong the wind was. Our car rental warned us of wind breaking off doors, but Fu was no door. Fu wanted to get back in sooner, but the wind would not allow him. Michael Jackson is not dead. Fu and Anthony went out to explore while I waited in the car.
هلا علاء نزل now.
Next stop, Rainey's Fiara Beach. another Game of Thrones landmark. But I have never seen Game of Thrones.
Wow, look at this shit.
No, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to man up, bro.
Where are they? The grandpa.
Same strong winds, but this time with sneaker waves that can come out of the ocean and pull you in to your death without any warning.
Mortal Kombat.
As you can see, there was some nice eye candy out there.
بس حتى محل ما بيجوا هودي شو اسمه اهله لهذا شو عيرو شو اسمه؟ يا ما بيشبه هونيك كمان.
That was probably a Game of Thrones reference. This was my moment. My only moment.
هناك انتبه لا يوقع عليك شيء بس برو. لأنه we just heard it, something fell هونيك. Yeah. أما هون فيك تقرص أحلى نومة بالعالم. بسموها زلطة. How did this come here? Wow.
Tough guy, Fu, out of nowhere. Did I mention that the weather is completely unpredictable in Iceland?
Recording? Yeah. No service as of right now.
Luckily, we were about 15 minutes away from a guest house we had booked for that night.
Which one is
Reception on the side.
Finally made it to Vik, where we spent the night.
We made it.
We found this beautiful waterfall by chance. I really needed to go pee, and so we randomly stopped there. This was our pickup spot for snowmobiling. A special type of truck came and took us for 40 minutes to our starting point.
You can't talk to yourself.
We were walking on a huge glacier, and our goal was to snowmobile for 7 miles, drop down an ice cave, and then head back to our point of origin.
Guide in front, you have another guide behind. You are driving in a convoy in between the front and the last guide. Drive with a good safe distance in between the snowmobiles. Do not drive too close to each other. So like 2 snowmobiles in between. That's a good safe distance.
That was me launching. Although this was our first time, we did pretty well by almost falling, and we went down a narrow hole that fits 1 person at a time.
that is the ice that people are always searching for, the blue ice. You see a little bit of the blue color. You get the blue color when it's nothing inside the ice. It's just clear ice like that you get at your home. So that would be 90% water and 10% air. There's always a little bit air inside. It's like the glass if you like buy water somewhere or like here it's dripping a little bit. There's always a little bit air inside it.
Forse siamo fortunati e potremmo vedere.
Sentiamo un pochino.
Mai dire mai?
Diceva che è lì.
As you can see, it was already dark on the way back. Keep in mind that we only had 4 hours of daylight each day. This marked the end of our adventure, where we headed back to our IT jobs the next day. We all got sick in our own ways. Thanks for watching, and we couldn't have done this without us.